Homage to my Guru, protector Manjushri, who holds to his heart a scriptural text symbolic of his seeing all things as they are. Wisdom shines forth like the sun, unclouded by the two obscurations, who teaches in 60 ways, with the loving compassion of a parent for her only child. All wanderers caught in the prison of samsara, confused in the darkness of their ignorance, overwhelmed by suffering, use dragon thunder like proclamation of Dharma, rouses us from the stupor of our afflictions and frees us from the iron chains of our karma, who wields the sword of wisdom, hewing down suffering when its troughs appear. Clearing the darkness of ignorance, whose princely body is adorned with 112 marks of a Buddha. You completed the stages, achieving the highest perfection of a bodhisattva who has been pure from the beginning. I bow down to you, O Manjushri. With the brilliance of your wisdom, O compassionate one, illuminate the darkness enclosing my mind, awaken my intelligence and wisdom, so that I may gain insight into Buddha's words and the texts that explain them. This ground anointed with perfume, flowers strewn Mount Meru, ford and sun and moon. Imagine Dharma, in whatever form is suitable for subduing sentient beings. Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniryatayami. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha's Dharma and the Sangha, by the merit I create by listening to the Dharma. I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha's Dharma and the Sangha, by the merit I create by listening to the Dharma. I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings. I take refuge until I have awakened in the Buddha's Dharma and the Sangha, by the merit I create by listening to the Dharma. I will attain Buddhahood in order to benefit all sentient beings.
Yeah. Good morning. Good morning. Today's topic is the fourth ground. So we will discuss fourth ground. To explain the fourth ground, it has three divisions. The three divisions are showing that diligence is superior on this ground, the etymology of the name of the ground, and showing what is particularly relinquished. So these only three divisions, there's no subdivisions and no, just only three divisions. So it's very concise, okay? So we don't need to, try to catch up with many divisions, okay? So it's very concise. So only three headings, and then there's no subdivisions, okay? Now, of three, the first one is showing that diligence is superior on this ground. It is root text, one verse, okay. Reading. All higher qualities follow up after diligence. It is the cause of merit and wisdom, the two collections, where diligence comes to be set ablaze. That ground is the fourth, the radiant, okay? So only 4 lines, okay? So these 4 lines delineates delineates that the diligence is superior on this ground, okay? So with respect to how this, 4 lines or verse describe or indicate, okay, that the perfection of diligence is superior on this ground is that I think on this ground more than the first, okay, is that I think is that by indicating the preeminence of perfection of forbearance, okay, is much more is attained, I think, is attained on this ground. On this ground, no, it's a little bit wrong sentence. by indicating that the extent of, I think, by indicating the extent of the perfection of forbearance is much more superior, okay, with regard to the preeminence of the perfection of generosity, morality, as well as that of forbearance, okay. So, okay, so in that way, Chandrakirti is, describing that on this ground, on the fourth ground, the Bodhisattva has attained perfection of forbearance to the extent that, in the sense that, I think, in the sense that it excels, okay, the preeminence of perfection of generosity and perfection of morality and perfection of forbearance, okay. And not only that, but also it's how to say excels thought, okay, but it's not, it is also not quite in the level on the level of the other preeminent levels of concentration, wisdom, and so forth, okay, other 6, okay, perfections, okay. So, okay, so, okay, then we have just on 2 components, okay. The one is that the perfection of diligence is superior, okay, on the fourth ground, compared to the eminent state of perfection of first 3, okay. First 3 perfections, okay. And then the other component is that on this ground, on the fourth ground, Bodhisattva is yet to excel in concentration and onwards, concentration as well as those other 5 perfections. In all, there are 6 perfections, okay. So the Bodhisattva who is on the fourth ground is not excel in those, later 6 perfections, okay. So the first one is here, how to say, explicitly conveyed in the conveyed by this verse, okay. And the first verse, all higher qualities follow after diligence and so forth, okay. These 4 lines conveys. But the last or the second component is not explicitly but implicitly conveyed, okay. It's not, how to say, the level of perfection of diligence is not quite that in the level of that in the level of, I think, preeminent states of those 6 perfections. I mean, concentration and wisdom and so forth, okay. So now, okay, with respect to the first component, okay, how Bodhisattva who are on the fourth ground have excelled in, okay, perfection of diligence, is that, okay, is that, I think, is that, okay, is I think is that, I think, okay, Giving is, I think, is that, I think, okay, is that, I think, he has excelled in the perfection of diligence, okay. So therefore, okay, it's showing, given that he has excelled in perfection of diligence, his perfection of the level of his perfection of diligence is superior, okay, to the perfection eminence of perfection of the first three. The eminence, I think, eminent, I think, preeminent, okay, preeminent perfection or preeminent first three preeminent perfections, okay, is that, I think, let me reform this, okay. His, okay, the Bodhisattva who is on the fourth ground has excelled in perfection of diligence, okay. How he has excelled in such perfection is that the perfection of diligence is, okay, is I think is perfection of diligence serves, I think would be better, serves as a basis, okay, as a basis for for generating, okay, perfection of generosity, morality, and also forbearance, and all, not only those three, but all 10 perfections, or maybe all 9, we can say, all 9 perfections, okay. Okay, so therefore, since he has excelled in perfection of diligence, his perfection of diligence is superior to those first three, okay. There's no engagement, or no higher qualities come about for someone who does not take joy in virtue, because there's no engagement at all in generosity and so on. In contrast, for those who derive joy from having gathered or in gathering the qualities like generosity mentioned above, the qualities that he has already attained will be enhanced, and those not yet attained will be achieved. Therefore, all higher qualities without exception follow after diligence, and it is the cause of the true collections of merit and wisdom. Here, cause, we say. Cause, it simply doesn't mean that cause and effect in terms of, rather it means the basis or foundation. Root, I think root would be better. Yeah, root in this case means if there's diligence, okay, all other 9 perfections can come about. Without diligence, there's no possibility for those 9 perfections to come about, okay. So in that sense, okay, diligence is considered to be a root, okay, or basis or foundation of the true collections of merit and wisdom, okay, or gnosis. The ground where such diligence comes to be especially set up less, okay, now this is a conclusion. The ground where such diligence comes to be specially set up less, okay, that ground is the fourth, the radiant, okay. Okay, so the first is that 2 components, okay. That of 2 components, the first one is that on this ground, on the fourth ground, the Bodhisattva has excelled in the perfection of diligence, okay, diligence, in the sense that his preeminence in perfection of diligence is much superior than the preeminence of first three perfections. Okay, that is the number one. Then, okay, then, yeah, okay, then, okay, I think, yeah, okay. Then, how we can know that if someone has excelled in perfection of diligence? Okay. To have, okay, superior, okay, to have, I think, to have superior levels of perfection, okay, superior levels of perfection of diligence through the level of preeminence of first three perfections. Okay, that is the question. Okay, let me say this again. Okay, the Bodhisattva who is on the fourth ground has excelled in the perfection of diligence. Okay. Okay. Then when we understand this, okay, we also we need to understand this in terms of I think the level of perfection of diligence within the Bodhisattva fourth ground Bodhisattva is superior, okay, through the preeminent perfections of generosity, morality, and forbearance. Okay, that is okay. That is very important. So how we can know this? Okay, that is the question. Okay, to answer this question, okay. Shantideva, Chandrakirti, as well as Tsongkhapa are saying that all higher qualities without exception follow after diligence. Okay, higher qualities means all other, the qualities of nine perfections. Okay, without any exception follow after diligence. Okay, and it is the cause of the two collections. All 10 perfections are subsumed under two collections of merit and wisdom. Okay, so therefore, when we say this, we are also, including that all 10 perfections, all 9, you can say in this case, all 9 perfections, okay, all other 9 perfections, okay, the cause of all other 9 perfections, okay. In this case, cause doesn't mean cause and result. If they are literally taken, then they should, occur in temporal sequence. So it is, since it is not the case, so in this case, cause refer to root. Okay, a root does not need to be a cause. Okay, for instance, the great compassion conjoined by wisdom realizing emptiness is a root of bodhicitta as well as as well as the wisdom realizing emptiness. But it is not cause of them, because there's no how to say relationship. Relationship means relationship. Certain, when we say relationship, it should be, how to say, understood in terms of having, having, how to say, having fulfilled the definition of relationship. Okay, so the cause of the two, okay, okay, so it is the root, or it is the root, or foundation for all true collections of merit and wisdom. Therefore, once he has excelled in that, excelled in the perfection of diligence, that means he has his preeminent level of perfection of diligence is much superior to the preeminent levels of first three perfections. Okay, I think, okay, now finally, okay. So then based on that, okay, so therefore the ground where such diligence comes to be especially set up place means excelled in this ground, this fourth ground has excelled in perfection of diligence. Okay, so that is the meaning. Okay, so that ground is the fourth, the radiant. Okay, now the three practices of since on the third ground, okay, the Bodhisattva has attained higher trainings. Okay, now since we are talking about two accumulations, okay, two collections of merit and wisdom. And when we talk about the collections of merit and wisdom, so what is the meaning of collections of merit? What is the meaning of wisdom? Collection of wisdom. Okay. Okay. So, yeah. We need to define the collection of merit and also the collection of wisdom. Okay. Yeah. So, a course, which is distinctly, I think, resulting in Dharmakaya. Okay. I think, okay, no, I'm missing one. Okay. Okay, a course which is a course which is belonging in a quality which result in Dharmakaya. Okay. Okay, is the definition of merit of wisdom. Okay. The other one, the definition of collection of merit is that a course which is belonging in, I think, a quality which gives rise to form body. Okay, Buddha's form body. Okay, so that is the definition of the collection of merit. So when I say here belonging in, okay, so it should be understood that whatever our virtuous activities that we have accumulated, whether they are conjoined with some level of renunciation or some understanding of emptiness or some level of bodhicitta or not. All virtues are subsumed under these two accumulations. For instance, the solitary realizers are known to have accumulated 100 eons of collections of known to have accumulated collections of merit and wisdom of 100 eons. So in that sense, collection of merit and wisdom do not necessarily need to be conjoined with great compassion as well as bodhicitta. So in that sense, yes. So therefore, from this, when we establish the definition, the belonging in is, I think, pretty important in order to know the exact meaning and exact instances of such instances of collection of merit and as well as the collection of wisdom. And then in this case, the diligence here, Chandrakirti talks that diligence, the profession of diligence here. Sonam Lotus on that here, where diligence comes to be set up, it is the cause of merit and wisdom, here. It is the cause of merit and wisdom, the true collections, In this case, it literally shows that profession of diligence is an instance of both collection of merit and wisdom. But but in real, if we, how to say, but in the reality according to I think his real intent, according to his real intent, there's no, how to say, common instance between merit of collection of merit and collection of wisdom. So therefore, what does this mean? This showing, showing, how to say, that the profession of diligence is both of merit and collection of merit and collection of wisdom. What does that mean? It means that it encompasses all of these. The profession of diligence encompasses the collection of merit as well as collection of wisdom. Therefore, it is treated, or it is, I think, it is shown here by its own way, shown. Therefore, it is shown here, as though, as though it serves as a collection of merit as well as collection of wisdom. So it shows that in this, this auto commentary also, in the auto commentary of entering the middle way, okay. Chandrakirti shows that the last two perfections, such as concentration and wisdom, as a collection of wisdom, and whereas the first three as collections of merit, okay. And then with regard to the fourth one, the collection of the perfection of diligence, okay. He literally treat it as an instance of both, merit and wisdom collection, okay. So, but in reality, it means that it encompasses all of this, all of two merits, all of two collections, okay. It does not mean perfection of wisdom serves, okay, as a common instance of, I think, both collection of merit and wisdom, okay. Okay. So here, literally saying the foundation or the source or root of merit and wisdom collections, okay. But it also shows that it is both collection of merit as well as wisdom, okay. But yeah, okay, literally, I mean, okay. But what is the real intent is that it encompasses all, and it also serves as a root of merit and wisdom collections, okay. So therefore, how to say, in order to understand that, he literally, how to say, literally, I think, shows, I think, or indicates, conveys, I think, what way, he literally conveys that, in this, with this verse, perfection of diligence is the cause of two collections, okay. Okay, so now, okay. So in contrast, okay, for those who derive joy from having gathered or in gathering the qualities like generosity, mentioned, the qualities that he has already attained will be enhanced, and those not yet attained will be achieved. Okay, so here also saying this, Chandrakirti also explains, very clearly said this, okay, in his auto commentary, as well as Tsongkhapa is also saying here, okay, that okay, in contrast, for those who derive joy from having gathered, okay, or in gathering the qualities like generosity, okay, mentioned above, the qualities that has already attained will be enhanced. So rejoicing in the virtues that you have accumulated in the past would increase those, virtue that you have accumulated in the past. Okay, so here, and then and those and those not yet attained will be achieved. Okay, yeah, it also plays very essential, I think, instrumental role to play um, in generating future, how to say, perfections. Okay. Therefore, all higher qualities without exception follow after diligence. It is okay. Now I think I read this. I think now, since on the third ground, on the page number 148, the etymology. Okay. So on this ground, the professional diligence comes to be superior. Yeah. Okay. Now I should read this. Since on the third ground, the Bodhisattva has attained higher training in concentration, far more excellent than that of the first two grounds. From this, he has achieved a unique pliancy that permanently dispels laziness. Okay. So this is on the third ground, the Bodhisattva has attained the higher training in concentration, far more excellent than that of the first two grounds. From this, he has achieved a unique pliancy. Okay. Due to having attained far more excellent concentration states than that of the first two, I should say, first two grounds. Okay. The Bodhisattva who is on the third ground has achieved a unique pliancy. Okay. So by virtue of that unique superior states of concentration, okay, the Bodhisattva who are on the third ground have achieved a unique pliancy. Okay, so that pliancy, okay, permanently dispels laziness. Okay. Okay. So okay. Okay. So here, okay. So pliancy, when we say here unique pliancy, the Bodhisattva who is on the fourth ground has achieved a unique pliancy. Okay, unique pliancy by virtue of the power of, I think, by the power of, I think, and the excellent by the power of the concentration, I think, that is far more excellent than that of the first two grounds. Okay, and then through that, how to say, through that process, I think Bodhisattva who are on the fourth ground have achieved that unique pliancy. Okay, so that, as a consequence of that unique pliancy, okay, Bodhisattva the fourth ground, I think, has have permanently dispel laziness. Okay, so okay, because if you have what do you call it? Okay. Okay, I think, okay. Yeah, it permanently dispels laziness. Okay. Okay, I think we have. Oh yeah. I don't remember the term. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah, you know, this, the, no, this, I think it's okay. Yeah. So, pliancy, okay, what is the relationship between the unique pliancy and dispelling laziness? There should be some, you know, relationship between a unique pliancy that has been achieved by fourth ground Bodhisattva and his dispelling laziness. Okay, so there should be, you know, relationship between them. So usually, no, I mean, when it comes to, you know, generating laziness, okay, or when it comes to laziness coming about, okay, arising within oneself, it arises within oneself due to not having physical and mental pliancy. Okay. So you have you get lazy because you have some tendency. Okay. Tendency to become lazy. Okay. That kind of tendency in turn is created by not having pliancy. So the more you have physical and mental pliancy, the less laziness will occur within you. So therefore, okay, so therefore, the Bodhisattvas who are on the fourth ground has permanently dispelled laziness due to having actualized a unique pliancy that is resulted, okay, that is resulted by the excellent and the concentration, by the concentration that is far more excellent than that of the first two grounds. Okay. So on this ground, okay, the perfection of diligence comes to be superior. The etymology, now the second heading, the etymology of the name of the ground. 3 verses we have. Here the Sukha, the children come to have through their special practice of the factors of enlightenment, the light of gnosis far brighter than the glow of shining copper. Okay, why is this ground called the radiant? One might ask. Here on this fourth ground, the Sukha, the children come to have through their special practice of 37 factors of enlightenment to a level far superior compared to before, a light of gnosis similar to but far brighter than the glow of shining copper mentioned in the context of the third ground. Okay, so it is due to that experience. Okay, this experience occurs within his mental continuum rather than sensorial consciousness. Okay, rather than in the sensorial consciousness. Okay, mental continuum. Okay, so due to having this specially unique experience in his mind. Okay, and the fourth ground is termed, okay, the radiant. Okay, because this light of the fire of fire of perfect gnosis comes to be far superior on this ground. This Bodhisattva ground is called the radiant. These very features are, as stated below in the precious garland, features cited also in entering the middle way. The fourth is called the radiant. Okay. Feature cited also in the entering the middle. Okay. The fourth is called the radiant. For the light of perfect gnosis has emerged. For he has cultivated especially all the factors of enlightenment as a professional effect of this. He will be a king of conflict-free gods. He will be skilled in utterly destroying the identity view and its derivatives. Okay, so this is very good. He will be skilled in utterly destroying the identity view and its derivatives. The 37 factors of enlightenment refer to the 7 sets, such as the four establishings of mindfulness, the 4 establishings of mindfulness are the establishment of mindfulness of the body, feelings, mind, and mental objects. So these 4 objects encompass all phenomena. The body, in this case, is same as form. Whatever form is, in the case of whatever form must be, whatever form there is, it must be the body in the sense of the object of the first 4 first 4 establishings of mindfulness. And then feelings, we have feelings. Sora is in the context of 5 is in the context of 5 omnipresent mental factors. Mind is the same as mind. Mind, we have number Shiva. Mind, same. This mind does not need to be mental consciousness. So we have 6 minds. I sense mind. I sense consciousness. Mind. Through mental consciousness. Mind. And then 4th is mental objects. Here, mental objects is chögi, come or chögi. This the all permanent phenomena are mental objects. All permanent phenomena are and then we have non-revelatory form. Not in this case, not that form. We have also said this form. Then mental objects, all permanent phenomena. And then the many mental factors. Excluding feeling. Excluding feeling, we have the remaining mental factors are mental objects, excluding feeling. And also we have of 5 aggregates, compositional factor. Compositional factor and discriminating awareness. Compositional factor. Discriminating awareness. We already said here, mental objects. Discriminating awareness. Compositional factor. Within the compositional factor, there are many mental factors. Mental factors excluding feelings and discriminating awareness. So if we count 51, then just leave 2, from them, feeling and discriminating awareness. Then the remaining 49 are mental objects. And also all compositional factors are mental objects. So, the 4 perfect endeavors are generating the virtuous factors that have not yet arisen, increasing those that have already arisen, not generating the non-virtuous factors that have not yet arisen, and perfectly relinquishing those that have already arisen. Okay. And then the four limbs of supernatural feats are those of aspiration, diligence, mind, and analysis in the form of concentration. Okay, here mind. Yeah, also in the Tibetan text, original Tibetan text, Tsongkhapas, mind. Okay, symptom. Okay. I think usually when we say semba, intent in many texts, it usually comes as semba rather than sem. Semba is intent. Okay, semba judukamba is more commonly known. Okay, but anyway, the aspiration in this case, the limb of supernatural feats. Okay, the aspirational feat, supernatural feat. Okay, as for the aspirational supernatural feat. Okay, it is generated by very, how to say, I think it is generated by very intense, intention, okay. And also, I think intent would be better. Intense, it is generated through intention. Okay, so therefore it is called as aspirational supernatural feat. Okay, supernatural feat, which is generated through intense aspiration for virtue. Okay, is called aspirational supernatural feat. But these all are not, contradictory. We can have common instance of all of them. Okay, and then the number two is as per diligence. Okay, the supernatural feat of diligence. Okay, in this case, diligence, the supernatural feat, which comes about through sustained effort. Okay, and then the mind or intent. Okay, the supernatural feat of mind or supernatural feat of intent is that it is generated or it comes about through the seeds. Okay, expansion of the seeds, I would say, through the seeds which has aroused or roused. Okay, seeds, I think I need to describe the seeds. Seeds of familiarization with concentration in the past time, or maybe in the past life. Okay, in past life. Okay, in past lives. Okay, seeds of familiarization with concentration in the past lives. Okay, I mean the feat, I think supernatural feat of mind or intent is that supernatural feat which occurs due to having aroused or roused. Okay, the seeds that is deposited by familiarization with concentration in the past, in the past lives. Okay, and then the last one is analysis in the form of concentration. Okay, this is, he did this, okay, through study, through receiving teachings from a qualified teacher on how to achieve supernatural feat. Okay, and then he studied this, okay, very study, and then once he or she has understood the meaning, okay, correctly, then they pursue, okay, they pursue, or they act, they practice, the meditation on single pointed meditation, as well as special insight, okay, and then through this process you can achieve supernatural feat. Okay, that supernatural type is supernatural feat of or supernatural feat supernatural feat of analysis in the form of concentration. Okay. Supernatural feat of analysis in the form of concentration. Okay, the five faculties are the faculties of faith, diligence, mindfulness, concentration, wisdom. Okay. Okay. Now, okay. Then the five powers are the powers of faith and so on. Okay. Same. The five powers, or five powers of the power of faith, power of diligence, mindfulness, concentration, and wisdom. Okay, the same. Okay, and the difference is one is the power, and the other one is faculty of faith. Different name with different names, it has different meanings also. Okay, the 7 limbs of enlightenment are the limbs of enlightenment are perfect. Mindfulness, clear discrimination of the character of phenomena, diligence, joy, pliancy, concentration, and equanimity. The eightfold Arya path consists of the Arya paths of right. Consists of the Arya paths of right view, I think, the first one, and then intention, and then right speech, action, and livelihood, diligence, and mindfulness, and also, and the 8th one is concentration. Okay, when we say this speech, we don't need to understand in terms of speech that can be heard. In this case, speech can be non-revelatory. Okay, non-revelatory. Okay, and also action as well. These all three means speech, action, and livelihood can be non-revelatory form. Okay, so therefore, when we try to understand the meaning of speech in this context, we don't need to understand this in the way that something that can be heard, or that's action, something that can be seen by eyes, or the livelihood, that also something that can be seen by eyes, and also can be touched or smelled, or now okay. I think okay. So this is very good. When we say this, okay, this non-revelatory speech, non-revelatory action, non-revelatory livelihood. This for this the description about this is given in detail in Baba Shiga, Baba Shiga 10 system. Okay. Chidamawa. Vaibhashika, yeah. Chidamawa, okay. And so therefore it is very useful, even in the even even in trying to understand these qualities in terms of in terms of Prasangika Madhyamika system, okay. So in Prasangika Madhyamika system, when we read their scriptures, okay, written by Chandrakirti and Buddha Balida and so on, there's not that much mentioned about non-revelatory form. I mean, in terms of proving the existence of such such form. Okay, there are mentions about it. Okay, we can find, but not to the extent that is mentioned in Vaibhashika school system. Okay, so therefore it is very helpful to to take them. Okay, and to take them and utilize here. Okay, in how to say in enhancing your own understanding of these qualities with regard to the Prasangika Madhyamika school system. Okay. So, okay, this can be speech, livelihood, diligence in this, okay, in the context of this, there are certain types of speech, livelihood, diligence that can be, how to say, understood or that can be taken as an uncontaminated phenomena. Okay, now, yes, now. Tsongkhapa says now, I also just tend to say now, the first ground is the basis for training. Okay, now, the first ground is the basis for training. As far as the actual training goes, the higher training in morality correlates to the second ground. The higher training in the mind or concentration correlates to the third ground, while the higher training in wisdom correlates to the fourth, fifth, and sixth grounds. So here on this ground, the Bodhisattva becomes especially endowed with the training in wisdom that is highly versed in the coarse and subtle aspects of the 37 factors of enlightenment. Okay. So this is a little bit interesting and also good to know, or what is the content of this expression. Okay. The first ground is the basis for training, or serves as a basis or a foundation for training. Okay. Because on that level, Bodhisattva has only excelled in perfection of generosity. They do not excel in any other, perfections. Okay, any other of perfections. So therefore, the perfection of generosity only, there's preeminence of perfection of generosity. Okay, not preeminence of morality and so on. So this serves, this serves as a foundation or basis, from which you can, you can expand or you can develop three higher trainings. So therefore, generosity comes first, because it serves as a basis for three higher trainings. And as far as the actual training goes, now actual training, there are 3 trainings, okay? Morality, concentration, and wisdom, okay? The higher training in morality correlates to the second ground, okay? That's okay. On the second ground, Bodhisattva has attained preeminence in morality. The higher training in the mind or concentration correlates to the third ground. On the third ground, Bodhisattva has attained the preeminence in, superior perfection in concentration, okay? While the higher training in wisdom correlates to the fourth, okay? So this should be split into 3 categories: 4th, 5th, and 6th. The higher training in wisdom needs to be split into 3 categories. 3 categories are the 4th ground, 5th ground, and the 6th ground, okay? So here on this ground, Bodhisattva who is on the 4th ground needs to have his own share, okay, in order to perfect wisdom, okay. So what is his share of excellence in wisdom is that he or she has, or is, okay, he or she is highly versed in the coarse and subtle aspects of 37 factors of enlightenment, okay. So here, what is the coarse 37 factors? What is the subtle aspects of 37 factors, okay. We can have both. In this case, coarse aspect of means that, for instance, for mindfulness, what is that? For mindfulnesses, or what is the establishings of? There's some different translations. Establishings of, I think. It's okay. For mindfulness is rather easier to say. For mindfulness is okay. Okay. In terms of when we for mindfulness, when we generate either one of those 4 mindfulnesses, okay, we can generate them in terms of coarse level or subtle level. The coarse level here means that we just deal with, not ultimate nature of reality, but just, how to say, some form of, reality, but not the ultimate nature of reality. So, okay, mindfulness. So, when we practice mindfulness, we attribute 2 different qualities, general and specific qualities, to the observed object, okay. 2, okay. 2, okay. Rangi tsinyi and ji tsinyi, 2 different, two variant of qualities, 2 variants of quality. Okay, we ascribe 2 variants of quality to the observed object, okay. And then these 2 variant qualities, variants of quality can be coarse or subtle, okay, depending on how you choose, or depending on what is one's own capability, okay. So okay, for mindfulness, and also for what is for supernatural feats, okay. For supernatural feats, okay. In this case, this needs to be conjoined with I think, wisdom, realizing emptiness of inherent existence. If that supernatural feat is conjoined with wisdom realizing emptiness of inherent existence, then that is subtle. Okay. Then if that is not conjoined with wisdom realizing emptiness of inherent existence, but rather it is conjoined by other, some other, wisdom, then it should be treated as a coarse level of supernatural feats. Okay. And likewise, you can among 5 faculties, 5 powers, 7 faculties of enlightenment. No, 7 limbs, I think. 7 limbs of enlightenment. 8 limbs of superior path. Okay. So it involves all 16 attributes and also emptiness of inherent existence. Okay, all those, all together we have 17. Okay, all those 17 attributes are involved in this, coarse and subtle 37 factors of enlightenment. And then, okay, so here on this ground, the Bodhisattva becomes especially endowed with the training in wisdom that is highly versed in the coarse and subtle aspects of the 37 factors of enlightenment, showing what is particularly relinquished. Okay, now this is the third heading, okay, the last, showing what is particularly relinquished. Okay. Thoughts associated with identity view totally cease. Okay, just one line we have. So thoughts associated with identity view totally cease. Okay, here on this ground, thoughts that are associated with identity view, namely the subtle identity view, and thoughts that precede it. What is that? Thoughts that are associated with identity view, namely the subtle identity view. Okay, that's and thoughts that precede it. Okay, followed thoughts that precede is what is the precedent? What precedes what one? Which one is preceding which one here? So the subtle one is preceding. The gross level of view of identity follows the subtle one. Okay, is that what he is conveying here? The subtle identity view and the thoughts that precede it, thought that follows it. That's not case. Thoughts that follow it would be better. Follow it. Thoughts that follow it.
Preceding one is the separation. Following them as brotherhood. So he's trying to integrate in the term will.
Yeah. Okay, now it's okay. Yeah, we'll have it here. Okay. I think it's okay. We don't need to. Yeah, the subtle identity view and thoughts that follow it, thoughts that follow it, I think, such as grasping at thoughts. Okay, thoughts. There is a plural. Okay, such as grasping at. Okay, I will translate this. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. Huh?
The translation by Jeffrey
Okay.
says, the view of a self is the subtle view of the transitory collection which precedes the coarse conceptions
Oh,
of a
that's very
self
good.
of persons and of a person's belongings.
That is accurate. Good. So anyway, we know, yeah, as long as we know the real meaning, then it's fine. Okay. Yeah, subtle identity view and thoughts that follow it, I think, such as graspings at coarse levels of I and mind in terms of holding on to ourself, to our sentient being, and so on, as substantial existence, as well as grasping at the self-existence of phenomena in terms of clinging to the aggregate elements, sense bases, and so on as truly existent. These will totally cease. Okay. Okay. And now again, Tsongkhapa, re-clarify the statement that made just before. Okay. The meaning of the word cessation here is that the Bodhisattva eliminates those seeds of the twofold self-grasping that are the specific objects of abandonment to be relinquished by this ground. It is not the case that the entirety of self-grasping is annihilated. The sutra itself, okay, 10 grounds sutra itself also indicates the presence of innate identity view in such bodhisattvas. Okay, I think. Okay. Now this is, when we talk about this, Rangdu Tawa is a view of identity. Okay, or view of transitory aggregates, Jigsaw Tawa. Okay, but rather it just means that it is a view apprehending, ascribing, okay, self ascribing, okay, ascribing self to its basis aggregates in terms of, I think, in terms of as being, okay, inherently existent or self-sufficient or substantially existent. Okay. So there are two. Otherwise, it means related to. Rangdu Tawa, I think, just one verse, one line. Rangdu Tawa is view of view of self. Okay, view of self. Okay. Del is associated or associate. So not only view of self is exhausted, but also the thoughts which is associated with that view, subtle view, affiliated view, is also exhausted. That is the literal meaning. Okay, but it should be understood in terms of the object that is annihilated by the initial uncontaminated wisdom of fourth ground. Okay. So there are two different versions of view of self. Okay. The view of self, I think self-will or self-view or view of self. Okay, jikta, I think self-view. Rangdu Tawa, I mean. Okay. So here Rangdu Tawa and here Rangdu Tawa is self-view. Okay. Sometimes jikta in Tibetan. Jikta is, if you translate that literally, view of transitory aggregates, the composite of aggregates. Jigsaw Tao is view of transitory composite of aggregates. But we should know the meaning, real meaning. These are just, saying these are the terms that we use in Tibetan texts. Okay, so with respect to the subtle afflictive view of I, okay, it should be understood in the sense that we innately, okay, ascribe ourselves to our psychophysical aggregates as existing inherently, as existing on its own accord, okay. Or this is the subtle one, okay. Then the coarse affective view of self is, it can be also innate and also contrived. In this case, innate, okay, because it is the object to be relinquished by the fourth ground, so therefore it should be innate. So therefore, we have also this kind of, innate, gross innate notion of self, or okay. So with respect to this, gross innate view of self, okay, it should be understood that it should be understood that, okay, it should be understood in the sense that I think innate thought, I think, innate conception, which ascribes, okay, oneself, okay, to one's own psychophysical aggregates as existing self-sufficient, okay, or existing self-sufficient, okay, I think, okay. So again, it is a little bit obscure, I think, self-sufficient. Don't get to be just to in Tibetan. But what does that mean, okay, self-sufficient? Okay. Is that, okay, not, you are not, okay, you are not, I think, okay, is that, I think, the self is actually, the I, okay, I and mine, when we say mine and I, okay, the I is existent, merely, okay, how to say, merely imputed to its basis, such as individuals of the aggregates, also composite of the five aggregates, also the continuum of five aggregates, okay. Either any one of them, okay. Any one of five aggregates, or the composite of 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 aggregates, or continuum of individual aggregate or composite of aggregates, okay. So is, the I is existent, just being, merely imputed to its basis of designation, okay. So therefore, okay, so therefore what it shows is that the I does not, I do not, I as an object then does not, I as a subject do not, maybe. I do not exist, okay. Or, okay, the self of R, the self of others, okay, do not, okay, exist, I think, do not exist, okay. As having different entity or separate entity from their basis of designation, okay. Whereas when we, how to say, innately apprehend the gross level of self, okay, gross level of okay, self, in this case, self of person, okay. Then, yeah, we ascribe, okay, we ascribe one self, okay, we ascribe oneself, not just being merely designated through its basis of its basis, okay, psychophysical aggregates, but rather it freely stands, okay, but rather as freely standing, okay. Okay, so this is, I'm saying this, okay, in accordance with the understanding of Gesab Rinpoche. Dharma Rinpoche? Okay, and also according to Benjisuna Thapa. And so there are also different versions of understanding of this, okay. According to 5th Dalai Lama and Kunjin Jaya Shiva, there are some different versions of describing this, okay. I think, I remember His Holiness often, often emphasized, I think, rather a little bit infatuatedly, I mean, emphasized on this, okay, that there's a, with respect to the, in the notion of gross level of self view, okay. There shouldn't be any kind of notion that grasp at self as to be grasp at self to be different entity from its basis, okay, basis of designation, such as psychophysical aggregates, okay. So if a conception which grasps at a self of person, okay, as different entity from its psychophysical aggregates, then it should be contrived one, okay. That is, okay, explicitly conveyed by 5th Dalai Lama as well as Kunji Jaya Shiva, okay. Okay, so it's, you need to identify, you need to analyze this with, inwardly, not just outwardly. You need to first create some kind of this innate notion, okay. Then how it is, see, okay, how it, try to understand what is the mode of apprehension, okay, of that, innate notion, okay. Then it will be very helpful for yourself. Otherwise, there's no any clear cut, which one is, this is right, this is not wrong. No, I don't. So to some, it is very helpful, okay. To some others, I think the other one is helpful, okay. So therefore, it's, it is, I should live, I'm leaving this with your own experience. What do you say? What do you call this? Experiential exploration. You need to explore this according to your own experience, rather than trying to understand the meaning of some text. Okay. So okay. So okay. They have some, yeah, I think okay. they have some given some analogies. Oh, maybe we can stop here. Stop here. Okay, time is already. So we can talk a little bit more about this later on. Maybe. Okay.
May the spiritual teachers who lead me on the sacred path, and all spiritual friends who practice it, have long life. May I pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. Grant such inspiration, I pray. May the lives of the venerable spiritual mentors be stable, and their virtuous actions spread in the 10 directions. May the light of wholesome's teachings dispelling the darkness of the beings in the 3 worlds always increase. Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakam Niryatayami. Due to this merit, may we soon attain the awakened state of Guru Buddha, that we may be able to liberate all sentient beings from their suffering. May the precious Bodhi mind, not yet born, arise and grow. May that born have no decline, but increase forevermore. In the snowy mountain pure land, you're the source of good and happiness. Powerful Tenzin Gyatso Chenrezig, may you stay until samsara ends.